Welcome everybody to another video on the band Impact. Today we're going to explore a great exercise method that has incredible benefits for your health and fitness. It is called high intensity interval training or HIIT. Before we jump into the video, I want to hear from you. Subscribe, share, leave a comment below. Let me know what is your favorite exercise routine, and if you have questions about any training methods, your input is really important to me. High intensity interval training emerges as a training technique for athletic events with high intensity and also of long duration. This method originated from the Swedish term fartlek, which means speed play, developed for runners alternating between periods of faster paced running and slower pace or recovery periods. HIIT training is characterized by short bursts of intense activity followed by periods of rest or low intensity exercise, targeting both aerobic and anaerobic energy systems in the body. During the high intensity intervals, the anaerobic system kicks in as the body's demand for energy surpasses its oxygen supply. The system relies on stored energy sources like glycogen to fuel the bursts of intense exercise. On the other hand, the lower intensity intervals or recovery periods allow for oxygen replenishment, activating the aerobic system to support recovery. By challenging both energy systems, HIIT creates adaptations improving cardiovascular fitness, oxygen utilization, anaerobic performance, and overall metabolic efficiency. A typical interval training session usually ranges from around 10 minutes to 30 minutes, including warm-up and cool-down periods. The high-intensity intervals they typically last from 20 seconds to 2 minutes, followed by short recovery periods. The work-to-rest ratio can vary, with common ratios being 1:1 or 2:1, depending on the specific workout protocol. A 1:1 work-to-rest ratio means that if you perform a 30-second intense exercise interval, you will follow it up with a 30-second recovery period before repeating the cycle. During the intense intervals, it is crucial to push yourself to the maximum effort, challenging your heart rate and engaging multiple muscle groups. You can perform various exercises such as sprinting or cycling, jumping jacks, burpees, or bodyweight exercises like push-ups, squats, or lunges. The duration of a session can be adjusted based on your individual goals or fitness level, and also your available time. You may choose a duration and intensity that is challenging and sustainable. HIIT workouts can have longer intervals with longer recovery periods and can also include shorter sessions like Tabata, for example, which involves a 20-second of all-out effort followed by 10 seconds of rest repeated for 4 minutes with 8 total cycles. Research shows that HIIT is an effective training method for improving cardiovascular health, aerobic and anaerobic capacity, and molecular adaptations in skeletal muscle, and potentially cognitive performance as well. It also offers a time-efficient approach to exercise with numerous health benefits. On the time efficiency front, I wanted to find out if interval training would burn more calories than a conventional endurance training while having a shorter duration. A traditional aerobic activity performed at a moderate intensity for an extended period of time tends to burn more calories compared to interval training due to a steady calorie burn throughout its duration. On the other hand, HIIT sessions have a higher calorie burn per minute due to a higher intensity, resulting in a lower total calorie expenditure compared to an endurance training session. HIIT provides post-exercise effects resulting in an elevated metabolic rate described as EPOC, excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, or afterburn effect. Your body will continue burning calories for a period of time after the workout. This means that even though the calorie burn during the HIIT session may be lower, it can lead to a comparable or potentially higher total calorie expenditure throughout the day. While high-intensity interval training can contribute in cardiovascular fitness and endurance, in my research I also wanted to find out if HIIT training could be beneficial in supporting strength and muscle growth. I discovered that HIIT emulates similar physiological mechanisms found in muscle growth. The high intensity of the interval stimulates muscle fibers, leading to muscle recruitment and activation, causing metabolic stress, mechanical tension, and muscle damage. While HIIT can contribute to muscle development, it might not be as effective as a specific muscle building protocol, such as a resistance training or strength training, which target major muscle groups with progressive overload. As always, individual variability with genetics, nutrition, and overall training program design, and also recovery, they play an important role in muscle development. It's essential to stay updated with the latest research findings, as new information may refine our understanding on the development of HIIT training, for example. So we must be critical when evaluating scientific consensus. When it comes to training frequency for interval training workouts, I would start with 1 to 3 sessions per week. They're ideal, along with your resistance training routine. If you're new to interval training, start with fewer sessions per week and gradually increase the frequency as your fitness level and adaptation improve. Take into account your overall training goals. If you have specific performance or endurance related goals, incorporating more interval training sessions may be beneficial. However, if your primary focus is on building muscle and strength, make sure to prioritize resistance training and limit interval training sessions to avoid excessive fatigue. Consider your schedule and time availability when planning your training session, and ensure that you have adequate time for recovery, and avoid scheduling back-to-back intense workouts that can compromise your recovery and overall progress. Very important, listen to your body and monitor how well you recover between sessions. If you consistently feel fatigue or experience prolonged muscle soreness, or notice a decline in your performance, you may need to reduce the frequency of interval training sessions or increase your recovery time. Prioritize sleep, very important, and nutrition to support recovery. Aim for adequate sleep to promote muscle repair and optimize hormonal balance. Additionally, consume a balanced diet with sufficient protein, carbohydrates, and fats, and vitamins and minerals. And also remember to find the balance that allows you for sufficient recovery, promote adaptation, and lower the risk of injury. It is important to individualize your training program that is based on your specific needs and preferences, and also consult a physician, but also a fitness professional that might help you design an appropriate training program and see if interval training workouts are good for you. So we have come to the conclusion on this video on high intensity interval training. If you found this video useful, please consider subscribe, share, and comment below. I also included the research in the description if you're further interested on checking that out. Thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned because next time I'm going to do a workout with a sample on a high intensity interval training routine. So stay tuned and thank you for watching. See you next time.